The 747 anti-ice and rain systems keep critical areas of the airplane clear of ice or rain. Nacelles are heated by engine bleed air. The wings are heated by bleed air from the bleed air ducts. Flight deck windows and all probes are heated electrically. There are no flight deck controls and indicators for probe heat. Anti-icing of the pitot-static probes and angle of attack vanes is automatically provided at engine start. Anti-icing of the total air temperature probes is automatically provided in flight. Now let's examine each individual system, starting with primary ice detection. The primary ice detection system is fully automatic. It includes two fuselage side-mounted probes. If ice buildup is sensed by either probe, both probes are heated until fully de-iced. This is called an icing-de-icing cycle. During automatic operation, the cell anti-ice activates after 2 consecutive icing-de-icing cycles. Wing anti-icing activation is delayed until 10 icing-de-icing have occurred. If icing is not detected for several minutes, both systems are automatically deactivated. The ice detection system is also reset for the next icing encounter. Now let's look at anti-ice operation in more detail. Wing and nacelle anti-ice controls are located here. To help us review the nacelle anti-ice controls, first display the ECS synoptic. Nacelle anti-ice indications are displayed here. Nacelle anti-ice is controlled through these 4 selectors. The off position commands the anti-ice valves closed. The on position commands the valves open, allowing manual operation of the system both on the ground and in flight, for example, during taxi in icing conditions. The auto position enables automatic operation of the valves in flight. Auto is the normal pre-flight setting. Position the selectors to on and note the indications. System operation is indicated by the open valves and green flow lines to the engine cowls. Because each engine system is self-contained, no other anti-icing air source is available should an engine fail. Nacelle anti-ice operation is also indicated here. The respective nacelle anti-ice symbol is displayed whenever the associated engine anti-ice valve is open. When nacelle anti-ice activates, approach idle is selected through the EEC. Before we move on to wing anti-ice operation, reposition the nacelle selectors to auto. Wing anti-ice is controlled by a single selector. Wing anti-ice indications are displayed here. The off position commands both wing anti-ice valves closed. The on position is used to manually operate the system, but is operable only in flight. The auto position enables automatic operation in flight and is the normal pre-flight setting. System logic inhibits all wing anti-ice operation on the ground. Also, wing anti-ice is inhibited when leading-edge flaps are extended. Indications for wing anti-ice are located here. When activated in flight, the wing anti-ice symbols are displayed as each valve opens. Window heat controls are located on the overhead panel. The window heat on position provides automatically controlled electrical power for windshield heat. The ICAS advisory message, Heat Window, is displayed if an overheat occurs or the respective window heat switch is off. The respective inoperative light illuminates in both cases and power is removed from the window. Pushing a window heat switch off resets the window heat system. After a 10-second cool-down period, pushing the respective window heat switch on restores electrical heat. Windshield air switches are located on the captain's and first officer's auxiliary panels. Positioning the captain's or first officer's windshield air switch on provides conditioned air for defogging to the respective windshield. Heat for defogging the captain's and first officer's side windows is automatically available whenever electrical power is on. A liquid rain repellent system is not installed on the 747. Instead, the pilot's windshields are treated with a hydrophobic coating. The coating inhibits surface wetting and causes water droplets to roll off with minimal wind. As speed increases, so does the effectiveness of the coating. Two-speed windshield wipers are controlled by these selectors. Off stops the wipers. Low operates the wipers continuously at low speed, while high selects high speed. To avoid scratching the hydrophobic coating, do not operate the wipers on dry windshields. Before electrical power-up, make sure both selectors are in the off position. A washer switch, spring-loaded to off, is provided for each windshield. Holding a windshield washer switch on directs fluid to the respective windshield. Fluid is dispensed while the switch is held on. The windshield washer reservoir is located behind the door, in the book storage area, on the captain's side panel. The reservoir has a sight gauge which indicates the refill level. A caution message is displayed whenever the ice detection system commands nacelle anti-ice on and one or more of the nacelle anti-ice selectors are off. An advisory message is displayed if wing anti-ice is commanded on and the wing selector is off. Both messages are inhibited while on the ground. Remove the messages by setting the nacelle anti-ice selectors to auto. And the wing anti-ice selector to auto. The ICAS display shows that all anti-ice valves are operating. This message indicates that a nacelle anti-ice valve is not in the commanded position. Similar messages are displayed for the other nacelle anti-ice valves. If this message occurs when the nacelle anti-ice switch for the engine is in the on position or in the auto position while icing conditions are present, then the valve has failed closed. Nacelle anti-icing is no longer available. Set the switch to off. If the message occurs while the nacelle anti-ice switch is in the off position, or the switch position is auto and icing conditions are not present, the valve has failed open. High thrust setting should be avoided. Similarly, the wing anti-ice valve advisory indicates that a wing anti-icing valve is not in the commanded position. If this message occurs when the wing anti-ice switch is in the on position or in the auto position while icing conditions are present, then the valve has failed closed and anti-icing for that wing is no longer available. Position the switch to off. If the message occurs while the wing anti-ice switch is in the off position, or the switch position is auto and icing conditions are not present, the valve has failed open. High thrust setting should be avoided. This advisory message is displayed if one or more of the nacelle anti-ice switch selectors are on, but icing is not detected and total air temperature is above 12 degrees. Position the selectors to auto to remove the message. A similar message is displayed when wing anti-ice is on under these conditions. Position the selector to auto to remove the message. An advisory message is displayed when automatic ice detection operation and alerting have failed. All anti-ice systems must be operated manually if icing conditions are encountered. Cancel the message to proceed. This message is displayed if window heat to the forward right window is inoperative due to an overheat or system fault. The message for the left window is similar. To reset the fault, push the switch off, then on. If a forward window fault will not reset, use windshield air for anti-fogging. The ICAS advisory message, heat followed by the name of the probe or vane is displayed if power is lost to the probe or a heater fails. In icing conditions, the accuracy of information from the affected probe or vane may be questionable. The ICAS advisory message, Heat Total Air Temperature, displayed on the ground, means the respective total air temperature probe heater is powered.